I think that's the perfect song. What do you think, Dwight? What do you think, Sarah? Is this the perfect song? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Welcome to Politics with the Princess. You're watching us on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. You can watch us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Also, we want you to call in. It's 313-355-6018. And I am Tashana, the political princess, of course. And we have today, Dwight is back because we didn't finish our great conversation. Dwight Harris is back. And we have my great friend from up north who's going to give us an update. She gives us an update on COVID, but she also gives us an update on a topic that's very dear to my heart, the disability community. So she's amazing. Sarah Morris is here, and she will be here as long as she wants to hang with us. We want her to give us the update on things that are going on in those two communities for us, because they're very important to her, which they're very important to us. So I would like to say thank you to WJZZ Cool TV. I thank them every time for even allowing us to have this platform, right?
True.
Because somebody got to give you the platform, right?
True.
So a big shout out. Thank you. I never do this, but I need to do this. I want to say thank you to my family. Y'all got to say thank you to your family. When do y'all ever like to say thank you, family?
Thanks to those who support me.
Yeah. I mean, any way you wrap up family.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying blood has to be family. Some people blood are not their family. But I need to say thank you to my family. My family has been there for me. And I'm just happy in this new year. I'm just very happy in this new year. This new year is different from other new years. And we say happy Friday, right? So we need to get right into it. Well, we got to get right into it. First, we got to talk about inflation. You know, the war happened in Ukraine, and gas prices has gone up, right?
Right.
Dwight, you just came from a trip down south, Florida. How much was gas in Florida?
Man, it's hot too. I don't know. I wasn't driving. I ain't had to stop back there.
Sarah, up north, how much is gas up north?
It's like I'm trying to think because my husband, we
go to the gas station.
I don't drive. It's like $3.75 a gallon right now. It's gonna be $4 pretty soon, I'm thinking.
Okay, so I got off the phone.
The diesel price or the regular gasoline?
Just regular gas price, okay? I got off the phone with my great friend Tony, and we want to send her prayers to strengthen her up. I love you, Tony. I love you so much. So I'm sending you prayers and love and all that good stuff. But she told me gas is like $4 and something on the east side. I know where I'm at. It's like $3.55. But just think about people who are already hurting, trying to just make it to work. And gas is just like, I have to buy milk or gas, you know, or milk and gas.
It's tight. We're in a recession.
Tight.
It's a pandemic. And a lot of times we forget it's post. And a lot of us think it's okay, but we still stress, and our economy still stressing. People not working. People still not getting paid what they
deserve.
People are stressing. People doing other things with their money. It's a lot of after lockdown, grief counseling needed, because a lot of people are not really themselves. They not in
It's
care.
like people are walking around like zombies.
They are.
Yeah, it's like the zombie. Yeah. I don't know if y'all get that, but I get like people are lost right now. They're wondering. Like, there's a lot of worry. I sense a lot of worry. And, you know, some are blessed than others, more blessed than others, right? There's a lot of worry that I sense out there in this universe. There's a lot of stress. People are tremendously stressed because they got to think about, do I pay my rent? Do I buy gas? Do I buy food? You know, it's like all this compromise, and something has to
Not
happen.
only that, we a lot of us lost a lot of people in the last 2 years.
Oh my God. Let's get to that.
We can't even really talk about it. A lot of us have. We
But
didn't have no
mentally,
money.
we're struggling too.
We didn't get no money after the last election. We haven't got no stimulus money, but all during the previous administration, our communities were able to be economically faltered. They put money, more and more money into the community, was allowing the community to thrive. Now, if you look at the numbers, just last year, the end of last year, suicide rates up.
Suicide rates are up.
Yeah, they are. People are killing themselves.
That is very, very sad.
Yeah.
It's very,
yeah.
More CPS.
Hold on, what do you say?
People don't understand. Mental health is just as important as your physical health. I mean, I've struggled with depression since high school. Yeah. I go see a therapist on a monthly basis, and I'm not ashamed of it because I don't want to get to a place where I'm contemplating suicide. I don't want to get that bad. True. So I do my best to take a little more control and seek out help. But people are stigmatized for it, and they shouldn't be.
So I think people are too, like, for us in the political world, we attend these monthly meetings where we used to going to seeing the same people sitting in the same chair, right? Or doing the same activities. For me, it hit when I visited the 14, like earlier this year, the 14th Congressional District meeting. And it was at Northwestern Activity Center. And I was used to Thomas Wilson, who was the ticket guy and the sergeant at arms, passing out the tickets, the raffle tickets. And it shook me when I was there and I didn't get bothered about a raffle ticket, right? And he's gone. He died during the pandemic, probably about 2 years. He's gone. And I think for us, when we go to these meetings or we're in, not forget Zoom. Zoom is different. When you're back in that space, in that hall, wherever you're meeting at, a lot of people in the political world are gone.
True.
It messes with you're right. It messes with your head, and you got to stand there and be like, is everybody feeling this way? Or is it just me? Am I crazy? Should I be, it messes with your head.
Yep. And going through, I traveled around the country during the pandemic, and everybody's responding to COVID in a different way, depending on what part of the country they're in.
Right. Some
people are strict, some are not, some are in the middle. But all in all, everybody is stressing. Everybody is up under stress. And if we don't figure out what it is we need to do, we will continue to have, such as our children were lost during COVID. Educational wise, because of the remoteness.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So I'll say that to say this too. So we have midterms coming.
Yeah.
And this is the question for people who are watching us. We want you to call in and give us your opinion. I really want to know how people are feeling about voting in this primary, because there's a lot of people that I'm hearing on the street. They're not even caring about voting. They're worried about if they got a job, and they're like, well, if I got time. It's just like a depression right now, democratically. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Democrat. So I can only tell you what I know and what I'm hearing from Democrats. Biden approval ratings are stuck in the mid 40s. Inflation is at a 40-year high under the Democratic administration. And so I know that, and it is said that Democrats are trying to figure out how do they campaign with the president, with that being said. Because if you campaign with him, would it hurt you that his approval rating is so low in the midterm? Sarah, how are you feeling about, I know you're probably fired up, but how is people around you feeling about voting? You voting anyway, because you love Gretchen. So
do.
we know that you coming up. Hold on, we have a caller, Sarah, and then you can answer the question. We have a caller calling in. Welcome to Politics with the Princess. Who are we speaking with?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, how are you? What's your name?
This is Sly Soul, Sly Gold, Silverado.
You got to say that one more time because I love what you just said. What did you just say your name was?
Sly Soul, Sly Gold, Silverado.
Okay. What topic are you calling in to comment on?
Oh, Lord, I'm finna hit all the subjects. First of all, we have to understand when we under a psychological warfare. You have to know who the players are and who you got to know who the players are and who the fakers are. You can't believe everything you hear and see because they're going to make it bleak. They're going to feed you more doom and gloom because they're going to keep you distracted with what you need to do and how to do. So if you ain't talking about economic wealth and learning that this dollar is fake money with no power, you better learn about investments because you better learn what they ain't telling you.
You better learn what they ain't telling you. That's true.
You better focus on what you need to know to help your health and wealth grow. And I got the platform when anybody ready for it. Thanks for taking my call.
Well, okay, so would you be able to come on the show and discuss the platform when we ready for it?
Give me the contact.
You got to inbox me your name and number so we can set that up.
Okay, what's your name so I can
Tashana. You can say T.
Just say T and I can pull you up.
Oh, pull me up. TASHAWNA.
TASHAWNA.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna inbox you my number because it's about it's time to get your own reparations because right now it's a fake conversation.
Look, she just rhymed. She just rapped.
I'm a poet. I do spoken word, so you know I gotta go there.
Well, thank you for calling in. We appreciate you for calling in. But question, right. But how are you feeling about voting in a primary? How are you feeling about voting, period, this year?
Well, you know what? I vote, but I still believe it's a joke because the system is so dang on rigged. It don't matter who you put in. They get bought out, sold out, or murdered out. I mean, you gotta know what gangsters you're dealing with, and that's why I said it's important. If you ain't got no economics, you can't pay, you can't play. You can't play if you can't pay, and that's what's running everything. Dark money.
Well, dark money. Yep, dark money. We definitely got to have you on. So make sure you inbox me your information and we can set that up. Thank you for calling again.
All right, no problem.
Okay, Sarah, let us know
They won't.
So thank you. I don't have to tell you to. Sarah, how are you feeling about? Well, what are people sentiments up north about voting in this midterm election?
Oh, I'm personally excited for the midterms. I want to reelect our governor so bad. So I post stuff on Facebook every day. Sometimes people get excited and comment. Sometimes nothing. But you never know. It depends on the day. But I'm optimistic because I'm honestly afraid what would happen if our governor did not get reelected or if our attorney general didn't get reelected. It's the thought of it not happening scares me so bad.
Yeah, because the attorney general and the secretary of state has a battle for them too. What people are not paying attention to is the battle that the Republicans are going to give them to. They're coming at all three of them, but especially to the attorney general.
I think politics, this election is about reform and mostly prison reform. If the politicians don't understand prison reform and what those issues are, then they're not going to have a real strong platform because prison reform stretches over the whole landscape of America.
Yeah, it's all of
And everybody you're being affected by. You have a lot of people, entertainers that's involved
that are now standing up strong to it. For it, like Jay-Z and Yo Gotti.
Yeah, so
like are going after it.
So it's how we deal with that, and we have to be able to get the millennials to vote, because the millennials are not voting. If
that story has been said for years. Hold on, let's do this for a second and let's talk about the millennials. You're watching Politics with the Princess on WJZZ Cool TV. It's the coolest station in the world. You can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other social media platforms. We tell you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you can call in, please tell us how you're feeling this midterm or other people's sentiments, because I do not see a blue wave, you guys. I see a red wave, but I don't see a blue wave. Maybe you could tell me different if you see a blue wave. 313-355-6018. I don't see the blue wave. How do we create the blue wave? Is it too late to start the blue wave? But okay, so Biden did national news. Biden gave his state of the state address, right? And Congresswoman, does everybody know this? Rashida Tlaib delivered a response to Biden's State of the Union. I'm sorry, State of the Union. Did anybody see? Well, did you have time where you were traveling to listen to the State of the Union speech?
Somewhere where it was in question, was she speaking against him?
Well, actually, she wasn't. She was speaking, and I had to look into it because, too, when you read the news, like the other caller just said, they try to make it seem bad. Oh, my God, now it's different. It has never been done before, but sometimes you need to do different stuff, right? And so Republicans, of course, always give a response to the State of the Union or the State of the State when we do it, or I don't even know if the State of the City. I doubt that one. But she gave a response for the progressives. Right. And it was actually through an organization called Working Families Party. And I had to look this party up. And what this party stands for is they primarily are concerned about healthcare, raising a minimum wage, universal basic, addressing student debt, progressive taxation, public education, energy, environmental, and reform. Doesn't sound like a bad party to me. It's just different. I guess people think anything different from them is going against them, right? So I commend her for this. Because I don't see the Michigan Democratic Party as a whole speaking up for regular people. I think they cater to the elite. Personally, that's what I think. Maybe you think different. But she speaks up for regular people. And I commend her for doing this. I was like, yay, go Rashida.
It's inclusive.
It was inclusive of everybody. Yay, Rashida, to me. So I didn't believe what the articles were saying. I actually did my due diligence, looked up the party. The party does not seem like, they have a website, Working Families Party. Go to it, and you can see what they stand for. They stand for everybody being treated fair and everybody being involved and being counted. So
it's inclusive.
It's an inclusive party. Yeah. I never heard of it until I heard that she was doing this. So, did you hear about her doing this, Sarah, or you was just too busy working because you work so much? You be honest.
I did hear about that. You know what I did hear about, though, is how the president was getting heckled during his speech by Miss Marjorie Greene. I heard all about that one.
It was a lot of funny faces, just period, throughout the crowd, but that's the norm. I just think it's going to be hard for him.
Respectful from her. I don't understand how she still has a job. She's just so disrespectful on another level. I mean, I'm not entirely happy with the president right now either, but
why are you not entirely happy with the president? Why? I have to hear this. Why are you not entirely happy with the president of the United States?
Well, I'm not, because he promised he was going to unite this country, and I don't feel like we're united right now. I still feel like it's a very much us versus them, and that's not the mentality I want to see people having. It's not an us versus them. If that's the mindset we all have, nothing's going to get done.
Nothing's going to get changed. And what people don't understand, like if you study your history, years ago, probably before us, like when we were little, we were teenagers. I will say teenagers. It used to be more moderates in Congress. You need the middle people. You can have your extreme this and your extreme that, but you need the middle people. If everybody's so extreme, there's no middle, how are we coming together? Like you have to figure out how to work together, and everybody always blaming one side or the other, but you have to figure out how to work together or nothing absolutely gets done. And it seems like nothing is getting done. And people are hurting. Like on the ground, people are hurting.
I'm not understanding how he's saying he wants to get all these different things passed, and he has a majority in both houses, but it doesn't seem like anything's getting done.
What? Say what? We do? We got majority? I can't tell.
No kidding. Now then you take a look at our state, Michigan, where we've got a Republican-controlled legislature and a Democratic governor, and I see shit happening. Sorry.
You're fine. You can do that here. You can do that here. See, I used to do it all the time. I have cut back. I don't think I cursed today. I've cut back because I used to, when I first started, you play back. I used to just, but ever since I just got more relaxed and realized not being so stressful and worried, it's changed. You can't let stuff stress you out.
Anyway, where I was going with this is I read Governor Whitmer has signed like over 700 bills into law, and she's working with a Republican legislature. She's still getting stuff done, and I don't see the same happening in Washington. It's like, I don't know, maybe they need to start taking some notes.
Maybe they need to start taking some notes or threatening some people. See, Trump used to threaten people behind the scenes, had to be, because he was. What do you believe?
Well,
let's not do that.
I believe our economy should have been stimulated after the election. Where I think we're having a problem out in the community. Our children killing each other. The gangs.
But they're killing each other because they have nothing to do.
Right, and so
lack of jobs, crime rate goes up.
But these kids that's killing, they weren't gonna work anyway. And doing
what? But guess what they would have did? Been at a gym somewhere playing basketball.
Yeah, and so, but during COVID, it opened the door for them to do a whole bunch of other things. During COVID, they got money. Kids had money during COVID. Just
wait, you said kids had
money during COVID. Kids, not the dogs. Dogs didn't have no money. Kids had some money, and that's a true story. And so now we got a whole bunch of kids that's doing a whole bunch of reckless stuff. That's why the murder rate up in the city. We got these kids killing. It was kids that went in there. 16-year-old, they said, went in the house.
And killed
them.
Yeah. Hey, we have the lovely Tony, because we're talking about the talk. You're right on time to talk about the 13 and the 14, but we also have Lily calling in from western part of Michigan, Kalamazoo area, Grand Rapids. So we need to text her and let her know. We're so happy you're here, Tony. Hi, Tony. Your last name. Look at Sarah's on. So I think when we were younger, and this is, people always say this, is like we're preaching to the choir. We'll say this real quick. When we were younger, we had recreation centers and so much free things that we could be involved with. Yes, it was murder still, but it wasn't like this. Like you had the pals and all that stuff. That was free. And you could go to and you could do all these things. They would take you camping. Like they took us horseback. They would take you everywhere to keep kids busy and all that stuff. That is like gone now. It's nothing for kids to do but sit around and just get in trouble.
So they do have recreations in the city?
I think I pay for them now.
Where
are they?
You had to pay for them. Bustles for one. I have a universal membership. However,
ding ding.
But I'm not
universal.
But what I'm saying is, but the kids are not going because they don't have interest in going to a structured environment. Those recs are structured.
Or is it they don't have interest because there's nothing there for them?
There's nothing there for them. Let me tell you about a kid, because I was a teacher. Let me tell you about a kid. A kid is always yearning for structure. That's a misconception. They need it. They want somebody because they see structure as love. You might not think so. You might think, oh, they're not gonna go there because of structure. But they really like it. That's like the kids I would never call any kid bad. So I was the teacher that if I taught 4th and 3rd grade math, right? I had 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th graders in my class that everybody said was the bad kids, but somehow they'll be in my class and do their work the whole year and not bother anybody, and then their report card just shoot up because they wanted structure and they just wanted somebody to care. It's like
not those kids.
No, I'm telling you, all kids want structure. So, I'm telling you, we'll do a test. All kids want structure.
They won't go. They won't go to the gym because they're structured. Like I was just in the gym the other day. They sneaking through the back door. So the guy come in, he say, if y'all keep sneaking through the back door, we're gonna shut the gym down. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them can't afford to pay the $10 or whatever.
Let them in free.
Or they don't pay. But what I'm saying is the ideology not there. We could say it. We could say it right here. But the ideology, the people.
I'm gonna come to y'all gym and show y'all the chain. We gotta go show them. Cause if they sneaking through the back door, it's the way you talk to them. Look, you don't gotta sneak through the back door.
I'm working out.
Hold on, wait. Thomas, just come through the front door. I got you. Just come on through. Try to think of a fundraiser or something to pay for them to have a membership for a year. You know, take the burden off of them. And like it's like a partnership. It's the weirdest thing. It takes time. It takes effort. But it works. I'm telling you. I've had the worst kids ever that was in and out of juvenile home that, you know, were said to be lost in nothing.
So we have a generation of kids right now.
I know.
They ain't thinking about the wreck at all.
Of course not.
You gotta let them. You got because one wreck wasn't in their life when they grew up. Wreck was in our life because our parents was like, that's the wreck.
So later on the day when we lay down and when the news pop on and we see that some people got killed, 9 times out of 10 we're gonna kids probably did it.
It's kids.
So at this juncture, what do we do about it? What not that they did, what do we actually put in place to save them?
I think the kids that, because they said it was 16-year-olds that went in that house,
16,
right?
17-year-old, then they turn around and say the 16-year-old was actually the one that did the murder.
So one, I feel sorry for, though I feel, oh my God, my heart bleeds for the family.
Yeah.
But those 16-year-olds, they have no concept of what they even doing. They so lost, they don't even understand.
So it's so many of them.
There's so many of them just lost out here. They don't even understand that you actually killed somebody. They're not coming back. It's like it's just different now. It's like video game world. Like shit. What's that stupid game people play? Call of Duty. You just shoot up everybody.
So
it's a mission in there. Hold on, you don't just shoot up everybody. It's a mission.
I understand the mindset because you got to remember.
I know that's what I'm saying.
I did 25 years, so
I
it ain't like I'm not missing.
And people be like, I feel bad for all of the people that are involved, especially that little baby didn't even have a chance to even live. It's just sad. Well, Dwight, you gotta come up with a plan. Let us know. So wait, you're watching Politics with the Princess on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. You can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and all social media aspects. Like, share, comment, join us and talk incarceration reform with Dwight Harris. We got Tony that just walked in about to drill us on this crazy, watch this, Sarah, this crazy ass.
Oh, we got a caller.
Hold on, we got a caller, but they can hold on, caller, on this crazy ass.
Okay, Cassandra.
Hey, hold on 1 second. We got Tony about to drill us on this crazy ass 13 congressional district where everybody and their mom and their dog, their sister jumping in. And we got Sarah that needs to give us an update before she leaves. So, Vertaja, you're calling in to comment on
the youth and the recreational centers. And
she ready.
Right, we don't have
tell us. Vertaja, you hear it in her voice. We hear it in your voice. We ready.
Okay. We don't have anything for the kids to do, and I'm gonna tell you why. When the parents are not interested, the kids they're not interested. So we have to tap into something where the parents and kids can participate together.
There we go. Some kids don't have parents though.
Well, grandparents, they love to eat. We need to do something. And I'm working on something right now where parents and kids can participate
and bring some things back to the
They do.
community.
I'm grandma. I'm grandma. Don't call me grandma. I'm grandma.
Well, I'm a grandma, and I want to be called grandma.
No, he said glam. Glam.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm a grandma and a grandma. But I still make sure my household, my kids are taken care of.
I agree with you that our parents was involved. My mama volunteered at my school, then came to teach at my school. I didn't have a choice but to get straight A's, go to school every day because she had to go to work every day. So I went to school every day. Even got a big trophy for going to school every day. Never missed a day.
Me too. I had perfect attendance.
Never.
Unfortunately, I missed a lot of days.
I never missed
but
a day.
But unfortunately, we have to tap into the mental health of our youth and our parents too.
Right. I agree for Taji. So you can hold on the line if you want, if you can, because I know you at work. But we have Sarah that's going to give us an update on something that you're very passionate about, the disability community.
Okay, I'm going to get off so I can listen, then I'll call back in.
Okay. Love ya.
Love you too.
Sarah, what's going on with the disability community?
Well, next month, in the month of April, is going to be Autism Awareness Month.
Wow, we got to do something, Sarah.
With that coming up, there's a lot of some misinformation, I think, that things people just don't realize about the autistic community. I have something called ASD. It's called Autism Spectrum Disorder. Most people used to be called Asperger's syndrome. However, that term is no longer used, and some people still use it, but it's considered outdated and actually somewhat offensive by the autistic community, because the person this disorder was named after, Hans Asperger, actually had Nazi affiliations. So we don't call it Asperger's anymore. It's ASD.
Okay.
And something else that I've noticed a lot, and I'm a part of a group on Facebook for an autistic support group, and a lot of people have told me that they don't like the puzzle piece being used as a symbol for autism.
Why not?
They associate it with Autism Speaks, and from my I haven't done a whole lot of research on the organization myself, but the feedback that I've gotten is they're kind of sketchy. Like they're having autism is going to ruin your life. They want to cure it rather than embrace it. See, I don't think autism is a disease that needs to be cured. It's a neurological difference that needs to be embraced.
Okay. You guys,
what we do use now is a rainbow infinity symbol for autism, or I've heard of the gold infinity symbol as well.
Okay. So thank you for that update, and we need to think about what to do for Autism Month next month. You have to do something, honey. Like, you are literally a spokesperson, and I told her this, but I'm gonna tell the world this. I have to take the moment and tell her this again. She is, you know how you go around and you have different strengths, like you see people and they give you strength, right? She gives me strength.
Oh.
Because her fight every day is different from mine. The stupid stuff that I was complaining about, she is truly living with autism, right? Her struggles are different. Neurologically functioning, she has a regular job, and she is doing like wonderful things with her life. Never complains, gets up, smiles, all that stuff. Never, ever, ever, ever complains, right? And I was just thinking, like, man, I was complaining about the simple stuff. The simple, dumbest thing ever in my life I complain about. She wakes up, get her day started, always smiling, always happy. And that's amazing to me. So I find strength in you, Sarah. And like whenever I'm being, I would say, stupid and complaining or thinking about something like small, I can just be like, Sarah, please. Sarah does it. What am I talking about? Like, get your shit together. So I want to say that to you and everybody who's watching. Yes, Sarah is one of my strengths. Tony, yes,
you.
you are one of my strengths. People already know how dear you are to me. So after the show, don't be like, oh, you already know.
Girl, ain't nobody even thinking about that.
So on that note, Sarah, we're going to turn it. Oh, we know you're going to have to drop off soon.
In about 10 minutes.
Huh?
I should probably stay on about another 10 minutes.
Okay, and so we'll check back in with you in 10 minutes, or you could comment on what we're about to talk about. It's some craziness. So we have you already got it pulled up. I printed it up for you, just in case. I was printing. So first we're going to dive into this, what we call I'll let Tony take it over.
The mess of a damn race. It's a mess of a race for the Congressional 13th District. And this is coming from a congressional candidate. I'm a candidate in that district. But this race is a damn mess. We have so many egos in this damn race who are more concerned about playing chess with politics. So they're more concerned about winning as opposed to making lives better. And honey,
I mean, who's in the race?
Oh, girl,
let's read off the list.
So we have Sharon McPhail,
who just
filed
because. Okay, so it was a poll done. Did you see the poll by the Black Caucus and Ed Sarpolis? It says Sharon McPhail is picked to win. Like she can win.
She has the highest.
She's the highest, and Shree is second. Sharon McPhail first, Shree second. I forgot who's third.
Ralph Godby.
Okay.
Then follows Sherry Gay Danyogo, also tied with Portia Roberson, and then Adam Hollier, Sam Riddle at 1%, Michael Griffey at 0%, undecided at 31%, aka
and John Conyers.
He's not actually on this because he never officially announced.
He's on running. This one, so he's not. I think he filed something.
He's filed, but he's never officially announced.
Okay, so who is filed? We have Shree. I don't know who Adrian
Tony. He's actually a businessman who worked with Mike Duggan for a little bit. That's as much as I can say.
Oh, he worked with Duggan. Mm-hmm. Former rep, current, all Detroit these titles.
School board member.
Sherry Gay Danyogo. Ralph Godby. Senator Adam Ollier. Who is Ramon Jackson? Oh, that's a Republican candidate. Okay. John Conyers III. Tony, no last name. Who is this?
Lori Rutledge. I'm actually not sure who that is. It seems like there are a lot of people actually getting in this race because they feel like they have something to say. But I feel personally, would they have gotten in this race if Brenda Lawrence never decided to retire? That's the real question.
And then you got Portia Roberson, who was one of the chosen ones to like really win at first, and then they saw the poll for Sharon McPhail. But everybody
what do you mean was one of the chosen ones?
You know how they say they wanted a black woman, she needs to be viable and all this stuff, and people were saying Portia Roberson. But then we got Michael Griffey. But it was something I was gonna say. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. When I was leaving here last Friday, I was having a conversation with Harrison Shelby. And he said something really interesting. He was like, and something that we always think about, but he just defined it different. He said that why, and I say this to Rep. Sherry in her defense, why when a black woman is strong, we always say this, they are seen as the bitch or too strong, intimidating. But Rashida, who I love, is the same way. She's seen as a champion, grassroots superstar. Is the why? Any answers to that?
I don't have a why for that, but I do have a why must we always say, oh, this woman is strong. Being strong means you're independent. You don't need anyone. When you're an elected official, you need the help from every constituent. Right.
But so why? I'm trying to understand, like, even me being a black woman in politics, I have, in certain rooms, you try to, we always say, I gotta cool down. You know, you gotta take it back so you won't be seen as the angry black woman. But again, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, I love her. She seemed like she's looked upon as a hero because she gets in people's butt, climbs over fences, like a radical.
She's not black. and stereotypical. We still tell
Stereotypical
in politics, and not only that, we judge ourselves.
We call each other. We'll call her the angry black woman. But why Rep Sherry not just passionate, or Tony is not just passionate, or any black woman in that race is not just passionate? Because you're very passionate. I was very passionate. Call in if you know Tony is very passionate. 313-356-0810. She called me last week very passionately, telling me about myself.
We feel contrary to how we should feel about ourselves. We like reverse
it and put it off on other
racism.
people.
I could be racist towards you in my views. I can reverse it and feel a way about another ethnicity think about you. I could think the same way when I'm supposed to think this way. I'm
gonna start being very conscious of that one thing, because I am a black woman in politics, and we receive that in politics when we're in certain rooms and we want to hold back and we want to watch our words and all this stuff. But if another race woman, white woman, has something to say, she's passionate. I'm like, no, I'm not angry, but I'm passionate. That's where I'm gonna start. Maybe I should put that. Tashana, political princess, passionate.
Go ahead, girl. PPP.
I mean, you could be yourself when you think about Maya Angelou. Like, she never spoke like that. She spoke. You know, she had to be
soft though. I'm saying this is what I'm saying, because you love Rep Sherry. I'm saying and I keep saying Rep Sherry because she's the most aggressive. I don't even want to use the word aggressive anymore.
Say aggressive. You have
I don't want to use the word passionate. She's the most in that race. She's the most outspoken woman that stands up there, and y'all ain't seen Tony yet. She ain't showed y'all. I know she's like that, but she ain't did it yet. But
have I not done it yet?
Former Rep Sherry have shown y'all her aggression. No, I don't want to say aggression. I keep saying that. Her passion.
It's assertiveness.
I don't even like that word. I like her passion. And Rashida has shown you her passion. So I'm going to be very conscious of that. Like when we're doing forums and stuff, to be conscious of that, because I probably found myself doing it. Like, oh my gosh, not her, but just to other people when he brought it up.
Talita Rashid is assertive about everything. Yeah. She's not just assertive, she's very assertive.
She's very assertive.
Or she could be assertive.
Yeah.
She's always either or. She's not moderate in her approaches to anything.
Do you like Rashid for that?
I love her. She's a homegirl.
Yeah, she's
from Southwest. She represents for real.
And I love her. I love that she stand up for grassroots, but Rep Sherry does the same thing. Tony does the same thing. So we got to make sure when we putting these women in these races and we're lifting them up, that we're not, because I've heard that like, oh, people won't Rep Sherry because of her
tenacity. They got the wrong word for it.
And so we got to be sure to correct those words when y'all in forums, because I don't want them saying our black women, as a black woman, we got to make sure we don't do that. Yeah, Sarah, as a black woman friend, you got to speak up for us, even though I already know you already do.
Well, how can we not
if you have a comment, no, we got to talk about it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You have to make the situation, you have to be able to be okay having conversations, uncomfortable conversations. You have to, because he brought a male brought that to my attention. Yeah. And he just brought it up when we were talking about the 12th and the 11th, and I was saying something about Rashida. And you know what? He was like, you know what? People say Sherry is this if she does that. If she did the same thing Rashida.
So what I see in politics, like with a woman, you have to be twice as bold as the man. You just was in her.
September said, I like the passionate princess. I like that. The passionate political princess. Because I'm in rooms where they call me, probably think that bitch. I'm pretty sure, because I'm very vocal about grassroots. Yes, I started in grassroots because I was talking to somebody and they was like, well, you just do, no, I do all type of politics, but I never forget how I got there. Yeah. I do all levels and really enjoying all levels, but I never forget what matters, like how you actually win. And that's how you win, because grassroots creates all movements. So call in. We're going to continue that. That should be our topic next Friday.
It could be our topic for the next 3 Fridays because honestly, there's so much more that you could go into.
Yeah, we gotta go deep. We gotta go deep on all levels, just on discriminate all levels, because there's so much stuff that I don't like that people do in politics. Like when we were talking, and they were like, "Well, how did you get in that room?"
And which I've had many conversations like that with you because people can't see a Black trans woman going into a room and being that voice
certain
for
people,
someone.
but I say all people are the same. See, this is where we get it twisted, and I always say this, and I gotta say it for the umpteenth time, Sarah. The umpteenth time. Titles mean absolutely nothing. And people get these titles and they be like, "Oh, I'm this. I hate titles. Like when I got to introduce myself, I'd be like, "My name is Tashana Gill." Somebody else say, "She's Tashana Gill, blah, 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 blah." You gonna meet me for me because we're the same. That title means absolutely nothing when you dead. That title don't mean nothing at all. And what makes you think you're a better person to be in a room than her? Everybody's opinion matter. Everybody's voice matters. And that's how I am. Everybody needs to be in a room. So you can't come to me and say, "Oh, keep that person out the room." They see, that's why it's difficult for me to be in certain room. They don't want me to, because they be like, "She try to bring everybody." Everybody.
You gotta stop labeling each other.
Yeah, labels. That's the same thing as that label stuff. Like, "Oh, this is the VP of this." And what is this person name? What do they actually stand for? What do they morally believe? Are they trustworthy? Are they loyal? Are they honest? Do they have integrity? Boom. That's all I want to know. I don't give a flam fuck about your title. And I don't. I've never been that way. I've never even wanted a title. My name is Tashana.
My name is Tony. No.
What is your name?
Dwight.
Dwight. What's your name? The lovely Sarah. Like even
that
Sarah.
Ain't your name though.
But look,
your
Sarah.
name is something else.
Wait, even Sarah, when I first, she was just like, "Oh, I'm so honored." Don't be honored. You're a person just like I am. Your views, right, matter just like I am. You are perfect to stand up and speak and introduce anybody just like I am. It's no different to me. I see you as a person who has a voice and need to be heard. And that's how my mama raised me. And I'm not going to ever change that.
Hey, 30 years from
shout
now,
out to
you
your
won't be
mama then.
forgotten. I bet you that.
You know how you don't be forgotten? The trick to, because some of these leaders don't get it. The key to never being forgotten is to create other leaders.
Which none of them are goddamn doing. Let's talk about it then. We only got 5 minutes left. Ain't none of them up in here trying to raise up a new generation of leaders.
Y'all some game. Y'all think holding on to it, I'm not going to tell this to nobody. I'm not going to help nobody. I know Tony a star. I'm not going to help Tony. I know this man right here got this. I'm not going to help him. I'm not going to even try to even touch you. I know Sarah is inspirational. I'm not going to do this to Sarah. I'm just going to hold this and it's me. You're going to be forgotten so quick. The key to being remembered is to pour into other people. They will tell your story when you're no longer here. They will say how they got where. When you hinder somebody, they ain't gonna never mention your name at all. They gonna lock that, if a bad thing happened to you, lock that up and never want to mention it. Ever. If a good thing happened to you, you want to share it. And that's how you get the Comey Young, the this, the that. They tell the stories of how they became them and who helped them. So that's the key to being remembered. That's the key to creating a legacy. The offspring,
But how
the
do we move forward? Because I've been trying to get into politics for quite a long time, and it took me forever. And it took
because you was hanging with the wrong people. You weren't hanging with me.
It wasn't about hanging with the wrong people. It's about these millennials. No, these millennials. Generation.
I believe it is who you know though.
And then wait.
You have
wait. You tell me. You just don't understand. Let me just check you real quick. You said you've been trying to get into politics, honey. You're already in politics. You're already known. Now I had to realize that too. Whether people recognize it or not, because they won't want to tell you that they recognize it. That's the trick. Right. They don't want to tell you how powerful you are because they're scared. Right. So you sit there and you say, "Well, maybe I'm not." That's I gotta cuss again. That's bullshit. You are. Your voice matters when you. They know that. They know, oh, whoever she represents, they gonna win. Or whoever she hanging with must be, because they know that. But other people don't want to recognize that in you. That's their insecurity. So you got to be confident to know who you are. When you start understanding, we talked about the last way, who you are, that's the most powerful thing ever. I know who the hell I am. I know who I am before I stand next to you. I know who I am when I'm not standing next to you. You get what I'm saying? You have to know who you are.
You got to be audacious. Like, you got to have the audacity. Like, you always got to live on the line of audacity.
I live on the line every day as a black trans woman whose life expectancy is 35 years old.
We're going to make sure
audacity.
You live past 35. We got to get a driver.
We gotta get me a security team, y'all.
We got a driver. So we gotta have that because we gotta make sure we get you back. Don't say no shit like that to scare me. I don't want to hear
that. I'm sorry that we got a whole episode on trans issues.
We gotta do one. Now go.
All I was saying is that when you was saying that in politics you got to be audacious. You got to be able to step out there. You got to know the issues. Know what you know. And you got to know what people vibe at with the issue.
And you got to be willing to do it alone. You got to be willing to be by yourself. One thing that I do, I can stand alone. I don't need a million people behind me. Because guess what? You can be walking in front of no million people that you think got your back. When you turn around, they all gone. You got to know that I'm standing right here and I'm standing on principle. Because sometimes you'll have a whole group of people that believe something ain't true. Like, that's wrong. They all in cahoots and it's just wrong. And you just standing over here by yourself. And you got to remember one thing I know about politics, and I'm going to say again, treat everybody the same. Tashana, how are you able to organize so much? How do people just stay with you for years? It's how you treat them. They are not garbage. They are not free people. They are team members to me. Most of them become family. It's like they matter. They giving up their time to help me do something. I should be in do this. You can do this. You have to really care about people. And that's not just in politics. That's just in life. It's a give and take type of thing. And most of our politicians, are not like that. They get the volunteers, they win, they go to lands, and then they forget, and then they wonder why when they come back they can't find no volunteers because you forgot them. It's easy. Create a constituent group and let them run it. It's the simplest thing on how to treat people. I don't know.
Or it comes in the form that politics now is more so of a celebrity type game. Once you become a politician, you're not a celebrity. You're still.
What about you a celeb?
You are not a celebrity.
Celebrities.
You are a politician. That's that mindset that got y'all messed up and twisted.
I'm fucking with you.
But the people,
y'all was about to see me go off real quick because I'm tired.
Did you see her passion? Wait. Did you see her passion?
Yeah. But the people be celebratory. So
you can celebrate them just like so are you celebrity at a birthday party?
No, that's what my mama told me. My mama told me ignore praise and ignore it.
Like it's coming from everywhere.
It's coming from everywhere. When you become whatever they think you are, they be like, "Oh, political princess." What do I say? We the same.
Well, I'm saying you could do that.
No, you have to.
Everywhere.
I'm telling you, when it's coming from everywhere, you have to be strong and know who you are and know that you are still the same as everybody else.
Well, a lot of them not.
A lot of them weak. That's a weak mind to think I am bigger than the office. I am this, but guess when they remember it. When they ain't in office no more, term limits up. It's time to vote. They out of a job and they back on the streets. I'm back to prostituting when I was in a big house. I gotta prostitute these votes.
She is just joking, y'all. Do not pay her.
No, it's true story. That is true story. If you ain't got no mind in yourself, you ain't gonna be prostitute.
You gonna be prostitute for everything. It didn't give anything. You're gonna get them votes. You're gonna get them votes.
Tony ain't doing that for
But
nothing.
if you have treated everybody like they were supposed to be, you won't have to worry. That's how you build that legacy. You don't got to worry. People gonna show